Just as many thought, Kaden Salter has been named the Week 1 starter for the Colorado Buffaloes. We learned this news from Deion Sanders on Tuesday afternoon. The game is on Friday evening. Let's talk about what this means for Colorado, what Georgia Tech can expect, and why I think Kaden Salter is the right guy for the job in Boulder. What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you think that Kaden Salter can reach the same heights as a passer that Deion Sanders did in 2024? I will remind you that while some people are still upset and mad about Deion Sanders having his jersey retired at Colorado, the man threw for over 4,100 yards, okay? Over 30 TDs. He was throwing passes to a Heisman Trophy winner. And the last time I checked, you needed a good quarterback if you're going to catch passes and win the Heisman Trophy. Now, Travis Hunter went both ways, and that's got a lot to do with it. But he caught 96 passes. All of them were on the arm of Deion Sanders. He's gone. Obviously, so is Deion. This season, there was a heated battle between Juju Lewis and, Kaden Salter. And while many thought that the five-star prospect was probably going to be a shoe-in to start after he flipped his commitment from USC to Colorado, Kaden Salter shows up as a seasoned college football veteran and was a part of that Liberty team that made the Fiesta Bowl. And last year was not bad. I mean, they're 8-4. He threw for 1,886 and rushed for 587, 22 total scores. He's capable both running and passing, which is why you might think that the numbers for him as a passer might not be as high as Deion, but he's obviously going to jumpstart their rushing game, which is going to be, I think, the real leap for Colorado to make in 2025. They won 9 games with the worst rushing attack in all of college football, worse than winless Kent State. If they get anything at all out of their run game, they will be in high cotton, as it were. Kaden Salter's got to add to that, because now you get the opportunity to run zone read concepts if you want to in your Pat Shurmur. You have RPO concepts that you can run with. You have play action that, for which Kaden Salter was elite, that you can go to. I mean, the man had like 130 passer rating in play action pass because linebacker safeties were so likely to bite because he's such a dynamic runner himself. Shurmur basically got another set of tools to use with Salter. Now, I think they're still going to throw the ball quite a bit, but I think if you can develop Dallin Hayden or Micah Welch or even Simeon Price into bell cow backs, you're going to have a rushing attack that people got to respect. And if they got to respect Colorado's rushing attack, then you get more one-on-ones on the outside for your wide receivers, which they're going to be very talented. Are they going to be as experienced as they were last year? No chance. I mean, Jimmy Horn, Will Shepard, LaJohntay Wester, and Travis Hunter, that was your quartet. You're going to need guys to step up in a huge way for that. And I think they're going to get some of that. But it's always going to be predicated on what Kaden Salter can run and what he feels comfortable with. It's also going to be his last year of college football eligibility, and he has an opportunity now to show the NFL that he is a great quarterback. And I think this is really the part that you need to underscore if you are a Colorado fan. Kaden Salter didn't come to Colorado simply to be coached by Prime or Shurmur. He came to Colorado to demonstrate to the NFL that he is a talented quarterback that is capable of leading your team to winning football games at the next level. And at Liberty, it's really difficult to do that, right? Malik Willis got close, but we think that Kaden Salter, playing power for football, if he plays well, if he's a 3,000, 1,000 guy, it's not going to be difficult for us to talk about him in the same breath that we do Garrett Nussmeier at LSU and Cade Klubnik at Clemson. Say nothing of how people feel about Arch Manning or even Julian Sand. He can be that kind of elite quarterback if he's given the opportunity. And he's given the opportunity now. We know it. Against this Georgia Tech team, you're going to see a really sound defense. And you're going to have to take care of the football. And you're going to have to make teams pay if they make a mistake. Make this team pay if it makes a mistake. Georgia Tech is going to run the football. They're going to try to control the clock. They also got a dynamic dual threat quarterback in Haynes King. That's going to be your direct comparison right now if you're Kaden Salter. You need to be better than that guy. And if you're better than that guy, be better than the next guy. I think we're going to see a Shurmur offense that has a little bit more time of possession because they'll be able to run the football. And you're also going to see a Shermer offense that is going to take much more of its time because you know that what Georgia Tech wants to do is sit on the football and limit your opportunities to score. They're really good at that. I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game unless you can get some explosive plays from this Colorado offense. I don't know that you're going to get that many explosive plays from Georgia Tech's offense, not because they're not capable, but because that's not really the game they want to play. They want to take the air out of the football game. Kaden Salter is an explosive runner. He's an explosive passer given the opportunity. And I think that's the thing you're going to test if you're Georgia Tech right away. You're going to say, all right, beat us throwing the football. That's the thing that you want Kaden Salter to have to do. And that's the thing I think the NFL wants to see Kaden Salter do. I think they want to see him make those harder throws. I think they want to see him move around out of structure and still look downfield. I don't think there's a stretch between his talent and his game and what Jaden Daniels was able to do in his Heisman year at LSU. I just don't. I think that you got footwork, you got arm talent. Now show processing speed. Show that you know what's coming before it happens. And then find out which one of your guys you can depend on and throw them the football. You'll have those opportunities. Like Dre Miller's going to be there for you. He's going to be probably wondering butt naked wide open a couple times here. Omarion Miller, my God, dude. Draylon Miller is one thing, but Omarion Miller, I think, has an opportunity to be really great, really special. I think if there's a kinship there, it only bodes well for what is to come. I'm glad that the more experienced player is getting the opportunity here, but as Prime said, with Juju, he's coming around the mountain when he comes a little bit more. He's primary backup. And you know what? That's something else where they leveled up. Nobody's going to talk about, but I will. Last year, if Shedeur Sanders went down, you ain't had nothing behind him. I mean, we can talk about Ryan Staub if you want to, but no, that ain't what we're looking at here. Now, if something happens to Kaden Salter, you have a legitimate 5-star quarterback in Juju Lewis who's ready to go, and you don't lose much. If anything, you don't lose talent or athletic ability. You just lose a ton of experience. And you can't purchase experience. You got to go out and get it. So if it comes to pass, it comes to pass. But this is the best quarterbacking situation that Prime has ever had. I mean, really, behind Shedeur Sanders, there's not been much of anything at Jackson State or at Colorado. Now, he has succeeded in elevating the position into one where you have not one but two guys. And you've got an understudy who's ready to go into 2026 as the guy. This is outstanding coaching. This is one of the reasons why I believe that Deion Sanders is one of the better football coaches that we got in the sport. Showed up right away and made it happen right away at Jackson State. And Colorado took 1 year with a losing season, turned around to 9-4. This year, we're expecting them. We're expecting them to be good. There's some that expect them to finish in the middle of the pack. I don't have a hard time seeing them win 9 games again, or even 10, or even 11. They have the talent on both sides of the football to do this in the Big 12. Now, it's about getting to the Big 12 championship and winning it to ensure that you get into the college football playoff. Is that something that they can do? We're going to find out together.